Well, what a journey Joe Conolly has been on over the past few years, and not just the trip across the Nullarbor tonight. He's gone from just being happy and content to have 2 or 3 horses in work, drive them occasionally, to relieve the pressures of his job as a detective senior constable in the New South Wales Police Force. Well, Joe joins me now as a trainer in the $1 million Nullarbor. He's just flown in from across the west, and I caught up with him before he fell asleep. Well, Joe, great to catch up with you. First of all, congratulations on having a horse in the $1 million Nullarbor. What a journey you have been on the past few years.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. It's been really exciting. You know, to get to that level and to be in a race like that was something, I didn't see coming. And it's taken a long time to find a horse good enough to go around in those races. But we've been there now, we've done it, and I couldn't be happy with how we went.
He finished 8th, only beaten 11.5 metres, Joe, and he didn't have a great deal of luck.
No, he didn't. Look, the barrier draw hurt us. We expected, our intention was never to be in front, but we certainly wanted to be in the first half of the field. And when we pulled out the 7 marble, that made the job so much harder. But, he couldn't find a way into the race, but he fought on really well. He was still attacking them on the line. And, off the back of 2,500 metres, they were in a good last half. He was 3, 4, 5 wide for most of it, and he's, still taking ground off them at the end. So, no, really proud of him.
Joe, in your job, you're trained to be cool, calm and collected and to handle any situation that you're confronted with. How were you as the horses were starting to mill around behind the mobile? Did you get fizzed up at all?
Oh, I think by that stage I was all right. It was more through the day, just making sure I got him there on time and, got him there in one piece. Once I handed the reins over to Shannon, who was driving, my job was done, and from there I was just able to enjoy it. But certainly the build-up had, a lot of anticipation and atmosphere around it, and there was some nerves around through the day.
And you're saying that you're looked after exceptionally well?
Yeah, I was. The slot holders that took me on the Swan harness racing, they were fantastic. Jim and Willie Gemelli, they really looked after me. I stayed at the Reed stables out in eastern Perth, and Mike Reed and all his staff were just absolutely terrific. I couldn't have asked for any more. They did absolutely everything I needed just to make sure the horse was happy. I had what I needed, and we had our best shot at the race.
And you nearly got blown away.
Yeah, they had a cyclone come through. Most of the time we're there, we had terrific weather. It was 25 and sunny every day. It was a nice change coming out of Sydney, but the last couple of days, wet, windy, and frequent storms coming off the coast as that system up north started to push downwards. But it made it interesting.
Joe, I remember the first time I interviewed you, and you mentioned that you used to get to the pub with a lot of your uni mates, or get down to Harold Park. That was your first experience as far as harness racing was concerned. Then you got involved in harness racing. To now be in the position you are, could you have ever dreamt that you would be there?
Oh, absolutely not. No. When you start off, you're punching around horses that you paid $3,000 for, and you're just trying to win one race, let alone aim for something bigger than that. So, no, I consider myself really fortunate now to be in the position where we've got a nicer team. We've got some horses that have got a couple of good years left in them still. They're not the old claimers anymore, and as we keep building up, we can start to aim a little higher and look for these bigger races and play in the big leagues.
Yeah, you've come through being a competitor at Bankstown and around the provincial circuit. Then you graduated to Tuesday races here, then into winning group events. So now with the Nullarbor, the Eureka is the next big one in September, right here in your own backyard.
Yeah, it is. I think I'm not sure I'll have anything ready for that. I think that's handicapped at 3 and 4 year olds from memory. I'd have to check the conditions, but certainly off the back of last night's run, I think loyalists can aim for some of the big races now. We might have a look at probably heading north over the winter and seeing how he stacks up in some of the staying races up in Queensland. And he's still got some races to win as he goes through his grades here. That's the best part about him, is he hasn't quite hit that top level in his free-for-alls yet. So he's got a bright future, and hopefully we can find a couple other horses to go with him.
And Joe, that success you've been able to enjoy over the past few years has made you now an attractive person to bring a horse to.
Yeah, and I've been lucky in that sense too. We've had some good owners come on board and give us some quality stock to work with, and that's the biggest key in any book is you've got to have the horses. So I'm really appreciative of the opportunities I'm given. And it's nice to try and get some results every now and then to pay the owners back for that.
And Joe, it is a team sport as far as drivers and having people to help you train, and Seaton Grimer is doing exactly that. He spoke very highly of you in an interview recently, saying how much that he appreciates your friendship and the opportunities you've given him, and no doubt having Seaton on board is also a big part of your success.
Yeah, look, he's my offsider. You know, we're a team. I was only saying to him yesterday, it's pretty disappointing that I couldn't get him in to book the drive last night. Obviously, you know, the slot holders had the expectation that their driver would be on board, and it made sense. You know, he knows the track and he knows the form over in the West. So, you know, Seaton's time will come in those big races, but, you know, in my absence, he's managed to run the team here and look after the others and keep things ticking over. And, you know, I'm looking forward to where we can go together over the next few years.
You've just arrived from WA, landed straight here to Club and Angle. How are you feeling?
Yeah, a little bit jet lagged, a little bit tired. We had a busy couple of weeks and a big day yesterday. But no, look, it'd be good to just relax. We've got a couple more to go around tonight and then go home, sleep in my own bed tonight, and it'll be a nice day tomorrow just to unwind.
Joe, once again, congratulations. Thanks for joining us, and no doubt your turn in these type of races will come.
Terrific. Thank you, Mike.